welcome to the show. I'm Jen, and our special guest today is Yetta Gibson.
This is
a
weird.
longtime friend. I know. So my question to you is, my very first question, have you been in this role before, where you're in that seat and someone else? Yes.
No, this is my first time.
How does it feel?
I don't know yet. I'm sitting here watching you and I'm like, my baby.
I know.
Oh, this is such a great thing that you're doing. So yes, it's weird, but I'm ready for the questions. Throw me some curveballs.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Well, I mean, how we met.
Yeah.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
But it's been a long time. We've known each other when we were both starting our careers.
Yeah. I didn't realize you were just starting. You're so professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had just moved here. When I met, you were like one of the first people I met when I moved here.
So we met over a pair of jeans, I believe, and
yes.
that
Do you
our
remember
long
where
legs.
It was?
Yes, the
Where?
Tempe Improv.
Yes. We were sitting there. Well, I think I was waiting for my live hits, waiting for, I don't know, some person you would hook me up with, some celebrity.
I even knew where we were standing.
I remember where we were standing too, in the lobby kind of. Who was the person I was interviewing? It was a very famous person. I think he was on
One
Full
of the
House.
Oh, Bob Saget?
I think.
Okay.
And
He
we
could
were
be a little
waiting.
edgy.
We were waiting for something. Maybe we were done. We were about to be to get started, and I go, "Your legs are really long, just like mine. Where do you get your jeans?"
Yeah. And it was a match made in heaven
And
after that.
that was the beginning. The rest is history.
So, talking about history and beginnings, how did you get into the TV business?
You know, that's so funny. I was thinking about that this morning because the woman who convinced me to do it, I was looking at her wedding anniversary pictures on Facebook this morning. But I was in 6th grade in Atlanta, and we had career day. And the local news anchor who I watched, obviously, was the person who was there talking about her career.
Oh, wow.
And at the time, I wanted to be a dentist. And she came to our class, and she started talking about her job, and I was like, you know what, I want to do that. And what's funny about that is I never met her. When I started at 3TV about 10 years ago, and I don't remember the year, but when Oprah decided to end her show, 3TV sent me to Chicago. And obviously there's all this media here. All the media was there from all over the country. And I saw the woman who came to career day in 6th grade, and I went up to her and I go,
wow, look at me now.
I go, hey, let me tell you the story. Here's what you did for me. And she had no idea. It was great. So it was like full circle because I've been in Phoenix a long time.
You don't realize the people you're impacting along the way. They hear something you say. Yeah. And so I've always admired the fact that when you put a story together, and we are good friends and have known each other for a long time. We know each other's secrets. Yeah, we do. When it comes to work and it comes to putting a piece together and a story together, you are truly focused and passionate and in the zone and putting the right content out for the viewer. Yes. So it doesn't matter that you're friends with someone or you like that brand or that person. It's really about putting something out that is inspiring or helpful or educational to the viewer. Yeah. How do you get factual? Where does that come from for you?
Well, you know, here's the deal. I've been doing this a very long time, and the story's a story no matter what. No matter if you show up to a scene that is heartbreaking. You know, we often talk about amongst ourselves as journalists about how desensitized we can become sometimes because we're just, if you're a good journalist, you're in that mode of, okay, what do the people need to know about this? And I don't know, it's almost like a switch. It's not something you do, you just do it. And you know when you're supposed to do it, how you're supposed to do it in any circumstance. So that's where that comes from. It's a switch that happens. You know, if something were to happen in this studio right now, I would switch right into that and get the information that I need to get.
But in a positive, you've even challenged me when you're putting a piece together that might be something I've involved with, but in a good way because you want to put out the best that you can.
Yes, yes.
And so...
And challenge is a good word because sometimes, I mean, let's tell them how I really do it. I go, Jen, no.
Yeah, this isn't going to work.
I need somebody else.
Yeah.
I need somebody else.
But you have that eye. You have that focus.
Yeah.
And I feel that's what makes you admired in the community and so successful too.
Well, you have it too. You've got the connections and you trust us as journalists, not just me because I'm your friends, but you trust us and you get us what we need. You've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah.
So you're one of our...
We're so young. So
I don't know how we knew what we were doing,
Yeah.
but we still do, and we're happy about that. Let's hope it keeps going. But this is awesome, so you're on the right track again.
Thank you. So speaking of work, you're also a mom.
Yes.
And you're super busy with that too.
Yes.
So how do you, I know it's kind of a cliche question, but there are a lot of moms that are always feeling overwhelmed. It's nothing to do with being a single mom, married, nannies, whatever. It just can be overwhelming.
Yes.
So
I'm glad you know that.
how do you, you
called me the other night. Remember what happened?
I was going to
You're
bring
like,
that
hey! I'm like, well, I'm in school.
Yep.
And I'm being a teacher right now.
Yep.
Well, the thing is...
But even pre-COVID, just in general.
Yes, it's very hectic. And I think obviously, I mean, I'm sure moms who are about to hear what I'm going to say go, no. But I think that when they get older, it gets better. I got little ones. So Eva is 6, Sly is 10. Sly's kind of getting more, independent. But, I work a morning show that starts at 4:30 a.m. And they're at home 24/7. And, as soon as I get home, they're still in school. Yeah. So it's at this moment in time, yes, it's busy, period, but the fact that we have to kind of be teachers and oversee them. I mean, I go to Eva's computer at any point in the day, and you know what the computer says? Eva has left the meeting. So I have to
make sure, right. That would have been me.
Yes, and so then I still get phone calls from people because they don't realize it. It's a lot, and the morning show, it has always been great with kids because you can have that time in the evenings and the afternoons, but now in this current moment, oh my gosh, I feel like I work a 24-hour shift. But it's fun, and you got to come see the kids. They're hilarious.
I know. They're gorgeous.
And they're gorgeous. Thank you. And I got some good girls, and I wouldn't even trade it, even though I'm telling you it's exhausting. But I wouldn't trade it.
Well, you're blessed with having them. They probably teach you a lot.
They teach me a lot. Yep, to chill out and nothing's that serious, which I'm kind of that gal anyways, but now nothing's that serious. If you know what
it puts it in perspective.
Yes.
So what is your balance? Where do you find your escape? Do you binge watch a show?
No, I can't binge watch. This is a good question because I don't know if I have one. I need to find one. I mean, how many trips have we planned that we've never done?
Yeah.
I don't know. When is the last time we went on a trip? I think I was in California with you, and that was the Oscars. And
Emmys.
I was still the Emmys, yes, and I was still working.
Yeah.
So I'm the kind of gal that needs to find that, and I'm finding that out in this pandemic, as a lot of us are learning a lot of things about how to live. Once we come on the other side of this, and what is kind of in the spotlight for me personally is taking more time for myself. I don't think I do it enough. And it's not even enough. I don't think I do it at all. And I need to stop that. And now that you've asked me that out loud,
putting you on the spot.
You're putting me on the spot. And so I don't have an outlet. I need to have them.
Well, we get in our routine.
Yeah, and again, when you work that morning show, about 4 o'clock you hit a wall, right? So your day essentially ends at 4:30, and that's not the whole day.
No.
So then you get up and you do it again, and then you hit the wall. It's just like you get in this, hamster wheel. And
so when do you go to bed?
Okay, so there's a time when I'm about to die, and then there's a time when I go to bed. In my head, I would love to go to bed at 7. I got 2 little kids who are nocturnal. And I hit the wall hard about 8:30, which means if I sit down, I could fall asleep in 2 seconds, but I don't. 9 o'clock, 9:30.
You're still up at that time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. So you get up and you're tired again, and you get through that morning, and then you come home and they're at school.
Right. Yep.
It never ends.
Yep.
So I think I think the pandemic, I hate to say this, especially for people who have had some hard times, it's been a very good, if you allowed it to, be a good reset, perspective, new perspective, if you can find that. And everybody should be coming out of this better, and I don't mean that financially. I mean that like in here.
Like a reality check.
Yeah, I think it was a good thing that it happened, if that makes sense.
It's made us all kind of pause, not kind of pause.
It was a forced pause.
We've had
Yeah,
we've
forced.
had to.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you weren't doing TV,
Yeah.
what would you do?
Sorry.
Turn left. Then turn left.
I'm here already. So, what was the question? I'm sorry.
If you weren't doing TV, what would you do?
I do think that I am a creative. So if it wasn't TV, it'd be radio. That's where I started. I started in radio. If it couldn't be broadcasting, period, it would be writing. You know, I've always wanted to have a magazine. I don't know if those still in style. I wish they were, because I still love them.
They're online.
I don't like them
not printing
online.
them
I
as
like them
much.
in my hand.
I know.
If I could get into that somehow, I would do that. But it would definitely be creative, something. You know, now with Jen or something like that.
All right. Well, maybe there's something coming soon.
Now with Jen and Yetta.
Yeah. So where do you see the industry going?
The industry is, I don't know if it's going anywhere. I think it's just going to sit where it is and evolve and evolve and evolve and evolve. It's going to just constantly change. It might be one of the quickest changing, it might go one phase this year and another phase the next year, another phase. And, I think it's up to us as journalists, especially ones who've been here in a long time, to accept that, because if you don't, it becomes something that looks like it's going to go away. It's just it's something that's going to change. People still want to know what's going on, no matter what. It may not be a 5 o'clock news format the way it used to be, the way we used to watch it with our families and stuff, but it's going to be there. And it's just all about keeping up with the technology. I mean,
there's more platforms.
There's more platforms.
Absolutely.
So let's get on all the platforms.
Yep.
So
don't fight it.
Don't fight it.
Right.
And that's about everything too. Change when change happens, roll with it, because it's still there, and there's a lot of learning experiences in it. And I think news is one of those. I mean, we might be on a million platforms. I mean, when I got off the air today at 10, I had to do some Alexa. I had to do a whole bunch of things, and that's different. You know, I didn't start doing that. So I didn't start the business doing that, but that's changing. Now you have breaking news formats online where we're just in this pod where we're just doing breaking news. It's not on TV, it's online, but it's there.
And you probably touch a lot more people that way than just...
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I would think so. It's when you've been in it and you're rolling with the changes, it's hard to see, in which ways that you're touching viewers versus, say when I got back here, when I got to Phoenix in 2003. Things are different, but I don't know how people are receiving it versus 2003.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have one more question.
Yes.
So what is something, unless it's come out in the conversation so far, what is something that would surprise people about you?
I don't know. I think only my friends would know that. And when I say that, I mean if some stranger were to go, "How is she?" And I think you could tell them the surprise. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that when I was over at Fox 10 and I was the entertainment reporter, I think a lot of people thought I was like, "Woo, let's go party," and I so wasn't. I've never have been. I lived in Vegas before I came here, and same thing. I think that kind of, I don't know.
The perception.
People perceive that I was a party girl. Never have been. It's like the worst thing in the world to think about. I know.
I'm just kidding.
So I don't know if that's still kind of attached to me and my persona.
Like you're everywhere, doing everything, out of places.
And the reason why I feel like I knew then what people thought about me and I don't know now, it's because it's so busy now. I have no idea. I'm just working and trying to be a teacher and trying to be cool on Instagram, trying to be, all-knowing when it comes to news, trying to keep up with all this stuff. So I think everything's so busy, I don't know who I am.
Right. All right, so we're going to have you back on.
Yes.
And we'll share more, but you're going to have done yoga by then. and maybe a spa
Oh,
day.
yes, I'm making that promise.
And then
will you go with me?
Yeah, I was going to say maybe we'll take a trip.
Monte Lucia, one of my favorite places.
Okay.
Yes, maybe we'll go to Vegas finally.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Well, maybe the spa. Vegas isn't very exciting right now, probably.
Well, I got we can go stay at friend's house. And have a small party or something.
That's a deal.
Okay.
It's so special having you here.
I'm so
I love
proud
your hair.
Of you. Thank you.
And I do hope you come back.
I will. Of course I will. Whenever you need me, I'm there.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful.